One of the most significant criticisms leveled against Finding Dory is its narrative redundancy. The film's plot structure is almost a carbon copy of its predecessor, Finding Nemo. It once again revolves around a frantic, cross-ocean search for a lost loved one, swapping the lost child for a lost parent figure. This structural repetition makes the sequel feel formulaic and less inventive than the original. While the locations change from a dentist's office to a marine life institute, the core journey of overcoming obstacles to reunite a family is so familiar that it robs the film of narrative tension and the element of surprise that made the first movie a groundbreaking adventure. The film also suffers from the underutilization of its original protagonists, Marlin and Nemo. In their own movie, their father-son dynamic and character development formed the emotional core of the story. In Finding Dory, however, they are largely relegated to the sidelines for significant portions of the runtime. Their quest to find Dory lacks the personal stakes and emotional depth of their previous journey, often reducing them to reactive characters who are simply trying to keep up with Dora's chaotic adventure. This decision diminishes the impact of the beloved trio and makes Marlin's character, in particular, feel less essential to the overall narrative. Furthermore, the film's third act pushes the suspension of disbelief to its breaking point, veering into overly cartoonish and implausible territory. The climax, which features an octopus named Hank hijacking and driving a large truck down a busy highway to crash it into the ocean, feels tonally inconsistent with the more grounded, albeit fantastical, world established in Finding Nemo. This sequence, while visually dynamic, sacrifices the emotional realism of the character's journey for a zany, slapstick set piece that feels more at home in a Looney Tunes short than a Pixar feature, ultimately undermining the dramatic stakes that had been carefully built. Finally, the portrayal of Dora's short-term memory loss, while central to her character, is often handled with inconsistency. The condition is the source of the film's emotional weight, poignantly illustrating her lifelong struggle with loneliness and confusion. However, at other times, her memory conveniently works or fails to serve the immediate needs of the plot. This selective application of her disability can feel like a narrative crutch, and it occasionally trivializes the very real challenges of her condition by using it for repetitive comedic effect, creating a frustrating and sometimes uneven characterization.